perspective, we weren't surprised by anything that was done in the Six Nations. We would expect our players to play well in any environment, as they had been for us, so we weren't surprised at all.
Obviously we had a couple of days to enjoy it, but we were back into training the Tuesday after it, so it's formally back into Munster mode then, and I was over in Glasgow last weekend with a few of the lads, so it's great to be back.
Most of us are very well used to it, so it's just you get home and you get the job done, you get back into it. Hasn't been a struggle at all. It's great to be back at home, sleeping in your own bed and stuff like that, and out of hotels. So it's been good to be back home.
The lads have done very well. I'm delighted for them. It's great for the country wide. And it's great to have them back training with us again. Because we're very proud of them, and we're delighted to have them back with us.
I certainly take a keen interest in watching the individuals play that are representing Ireland with regards to Munster, and certainly take great delight in watching them succeed at whatever level. So from that perspective, it's quite enjoyable. But not having the pressure, knowing your job's there for 80 minutes is one that is welcomed.
You have to enjoy victories like that, and we did for a day or two. But I suppose, unlike it's not the end of the season, so you can't afford to go mad or whatever. When we were back in training, as I said, with Munster on Tuesday morning last week, and everyone was fully focused on the job ahead with Glasgow last weekend, and obviously with Leinster this weekend. We only have 7-8 weeks left to the end of the season, so it's worth putting in the work for that, and we can look back on whatever, then relax and comes time for holidays. But it's definitely full on now again.
The winning definitely builds team morale and all that. There's no doubt about it. But no, these fixtures, Munster Leinster fixtures, are always domestically for us. The provincial fixtures are the biggest fixtures of the year, probably. So there's no change to it really. Sure, it's great to have won something with Ireland. It's something we'll cherish for the rest of our careers, having won it with these guys. But I don't think it'll take the edge off the fixture in any way.
No, it's going to be great. We're looking forward to it now. Obviously, massive respect for all the Leinster lads or whatever. But they'd know our weaknesses and strengths inside out, and we'd probably know theirs. So it's going to be a very tactical game, and we just want to get a win out of it in whatever way we can.
From our perspective, I think at the end of the day, with everything else away from it, there really is 4 points on offer, and it's an opportunity for a Munster Leinster derby. So, there's a process in place at the end of the game that will open up that. I don't think there's any question about that, whether that's for us or for Leinster. But I think at the end of the day, it's a local derby, and that's all we're treating it as at this stage.
I think with Munster and with Ireland, our big strength has been, and I said a few times, it's a cliche, but we've been taking one game at a time, and that's been our big strength all year, I think. And we'll be doing no different now that we're back in camp. If we look beyond, we've only had 5-6 training sessions together as a team since we've come back. So if we look beyond this weekend, we'll struggle this weekend. So for us, it's just we're focusing on the Leinster game. If we can get a few bits right in that, get our set piece up to scratch, and get our start attacking well together, start defending well together, and building relationships again, that'll be all well and good, and hopefully that'll help us the following week.
They're a well coached, they're a well organised side, so they have many ways of playing the game. I think they've certainly evolved, certainly in my time here, and especially so with the last 12 months. They certainly have a lot more patience to their game, and they certainly bring a different direction of how they like to play on the back of a very well organised defence.
Big thing with us this year has been competition for places, I think, all across the team. You look at the team that took the pitch against Glasgow on Friday night. It was a fabulous team. So it just goes to show the health of the squad and the strength of the squad, and the coaching that's going on in the background with the non-frontline players, that I think the gap has been shortened all the time, and to come home and for the squad to be bubbling after 3 big performances is brilliant for us.
I think this day and age now we have about 2 or 3 players in every position, I think, that can front in, it doesn't matter who it is, and I think that just shows really, getting 14 out of 15 points from those 3 games. It's great for the international lads to come back to that as well, because when they left, you know, they had done their work, you know, and it was up to us then just to continue that on while they were gone. So for them to come back and have still be in the top position in the Magners League, like, is great for them, I suppose, especially coming into this weekend when it's a must-win game to stay on top. We could be down a couple of points on Leinster, you know, but this way we are ahead, like, you know, and to beat them this weekend would really put the pressure on them, like, you know, for the rest of the Magners League.
You know, playing with Raj, he's a world-class 10. I think one of the best 10s in the world, if not the best. So yeah, he gives great direction to myself inside and to the backs outside. So yeah, it's definitely great playing with him. And you know, you've Paul Warwick there to step in, and Jeremy Manning too. They're two great 10s too. So you know, it's brilliant playing with our 10s, yeah.
But I think we're kind of getting to the stage, like, even without the internationals, we know we're strong enough as a squad, you know, to hold our own in the Magners League. That we just have the strength and depth behind us, you know. And I mean that players, when we are training, like, we know that any player swapping in and out are good enough to be where they are. And I think no one really questions each other, like, you know, we just help each other on. So whilst the internationals have come back now, I think that's only added to the atmosphere. I mean, like, they're on high, like, after the Grand Slam. So for them to join us, like, we're delighted to have them back, and I think they're happy to be coming back to a winning squad as well. You do your best, you know, you work as hard as you can in training, and you put your best foot forward when you go out play a game. And I mean, at the end of the day, like, if you felt that you've done your best to try and prove that you earned the jersey, like, you know, and after that, you know, you get it or you don't, based on whatever Tony's decision for whatever way he wants to play a game or whatever, you know. So it can be tough to take, but you know, you take it on the chin and you just look forward to the next chance you get to play. Sure. I think that's you just have to stay positive on things, because if you don't, you're just going to dwell on them, like, and it's not good for the squad as a whole either. Like, you know, if you're being brought in, like, off an injury or something like that, and you're not ready to play, so you just have to be ready the whole time and give yourself any opportunity you can, like, to put yourself forward.
I think we're probably a lot more confident. We're doing well in the Magners, which we hadn't done 2 years ago. We've a home quarter final coming up, which we hadn't 2 years ago, and you know, our form has been quite good in our group stages. We'd finished off poorly 2 years ago in our group with a home loss to Leicester. So I think in comparison to 2 years ago, we're in good shape. But essentially, we're probably still only at the same stage of the competition. So it's important we don't get ahead of ourselves. We've a massive game this weekend. You know, for us, Munster Leinster games are always massive games for anyone from Munster or Leinster, and the same the following week.
I think everyone who's come to Tolman this year has certainly performed and played well, and I don't think Leinster will be any different with or without all their fans. It's a wonderful place to play, and I'm sure that it'll be a great atmosphere there on Saturday evening.